The most dangerous illusion in a relationship is not that someone is lying to you. It is believing that you see them clearly when perhaps you have not seen them for years. Morning. Two people sit across from each other. A cup of coffee grows cold between them. One person is quiet. The other watches. A face without a smile. A short reply. A pair of eyes looking somewhere else. And almost immediately, the mind begins to speak. They are angry with me. They are becoming distant. This always happens. But perhaps they are simply tired. Perhaps they barely slept. Perhaps their silence has nothing to do with you. Yet you are no longer looking at the person sitting across the table. You are looking at yesterday, at the last argument, at the last time they withdrew, at everything their silence has ever meant to you. The person is still there, but you have stopped seeing them. So the question is not only, who are they? The deeper question is, what am I seeing when I look at them? The person or the image? Images are not created all at once. They are built slowly. A sentence, a disappointment, a promise kept, a promise broken, a moment of tenderness, a moment of cruelty. The mind records each one. Then it begins to collect them. He is kind. She is selfish. He never listens. She always leaves. And eventually, we no longer meet a living human being. We meet a conclusion. Think of someone you have known for many years. Before they enter the room, you already know how they will speak, how they will react, what they will misunderstand. You prepare your answer. Before they have even finished their sentence, then they speak, and you hear exactly what you expected to hear. But did you truly listen, or did the image listen for you? An image is memory, pretending to be perception. Imagine a stranger says, "You seem distracted today." You may smile, you may explain, you may forget the sentence a moment later, but if the person you love says the same words, something changes. You may hear criticism, disappointment, rejection. Why? The words are the same. The voice may even be gentle, but the person speaking carries a history, and that history enters the room before they do. You are not responding only to what was said. You are responding to everything you remember about the person who said it, and they are doing the same with you. Two people may be sitting in the same room, while four people are having the conversation. You, the image they carry of you, them, and the image you carry of them. Perhaps this is why some arguments feel impossible to end. The present moment is small, but the past standing behind it is enormous. Someone forgets to call, but you are not arguing about a missed call. You are arguing about every moment. You felt unimportant. Someone asked for space, but you are not hearing a request for space. You are hearing every goodbye you have ever feared. The words belong to the present. The pain belongs to many different years. And then we say, "You always do this. You never understand me. Always, never." These words sound certain, but they are rarely about what is happening now. They belong to the image. An image needs repetition. It needs the other person to remain predictable. Because if they can change, the image can no longer survive. Perhaps that is why change can feel like betrayal. A child grows older, but the parent still sees someone who cannot decide alone. The parent says, "I know you better than you know yourself." The child hears, "You do not see who I have become." A husband looks at his wife through an argument that happened 5 years ago. A wife looks at her husband through a promise he once failed to keep. They may still love each other. They may still share a home. But when they look, they see history, not the person who is standing there now. Ask yourself, when was the last time you looked at someone you love without immediately naming them? My partner, my mother, my child, the person who hurt me, the person who saved me, the person who should understand me. The moment you name the role, expectation enters. A partner should stay. A parent should protect. A child should obey. The person disappears, and the role takes their place. But a human being is never only a role. They are moving, learning, contradicting themselves, discovering things they did not know yesterday. The image is fixed. The person is alive. And perhaps this is the beginning of conflict. We want the living person to remain loyal to the image we created. Now imagine something. The person you love is sitting in front of you. They look the same. Their voice is the same. Their hands, their face, nothing has changed, except you can no longer remember anything they have done to you. No wounds, no promises, no disappointments, no beautiful moments to cling to. For one moment, there is no history, only this person, here, now. Would you still know them? Would you still love them? Or would you feel afraid? Because without the image, you no longer know who they are to you. And now imagine the opposite. They forget every image they have created of you. They no longer see you as difficult, strong, needy, successful, cold, the one who always stays, the one who always fails. They look at you as though they have never met you before. What would you feel? Relief or fear? Because without their image of you, who are you? Perhaps we do not only create images of other people, we begin to live inside the images they create of us. The dependable one, the intelligent one, the victim, the rescuer, the person no one can leave. And when they stop seeing us that way, something in us begins to panic. There was a man who returned to this question again and again. His name was Krishnamurti. But the name is not important. The question is, can there be a real relationship between two images? One image may touch another. One memory may answer another. But can images love? Perhaps relationship begins only when the image becomes silent. Not permanently. Not through effort. But for a single moment. When you realize, I am not looking at this person. I am looking at what I remember. That realization changes something. You do not have to destroy the image. You do not have to fight it. You only have to see that it is there. The next time someone you love says something that hurts, pause. Before answering, ask, what actually happened? What words were spoken? And what did memory add? Did they reject you? Or did their silence touch? An old feeling of rejection? Did they betray you? Or did they simply fail to behave according to your image? The answer may still be painful. They may truly have lied. They may truly have caused harm. Seeing without an image does not mean ignoring reality. It means meeting reality without allowing the past to speak in its place. Perhaps then you can respond to this moment, not to 10 years of memories, not to a person who no longer exists, not to the role. You need them to continue playing, only to what is here. Look at someone you love. Really look before the name appears, before the history returns, before the mind says, I know you. Is there even 1 second in which you can see them? Without yesterday? Perhaps the saddest thing is not that people leave us. Perhaps it is that they remain beside us, while the image we created takes their place. We speak to the image. We become angry with the image. We try to change the image. And the living person slowly disappears from view. Maybe one day the image begins to dissolve, not because the past has vanished, but because you finally see that the past is not the person. They are still there, unfinished, uncertain, changing, alive. And for the first time, you do not ask them to remain who they were yesterday. So tonight, when you look at someone you love, do not ask, "Do I know this person?" Ask something quieter, something more dangerous. Am I seeing them, or only the image I have created of them? Do not answer. Just look. Because perhaps the moment the image becomes silent is the first moment you truly meet